Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Ben. Good morning, Matt.
Matt
There goes
Hart,
a child.
there's a child in his underwear just running by.
Shirt and some shorts, at least, buddy. You're giving everybody a free show. You got to make them work for it.
Uh,
And that's
how-
okay that I'm saying that because he's my child.
Oh, yeah.
This ain't that kind of stream.
Yeah. How is everybody this morning?
I feel kind of crappy, but you know.
Matt, you don't
I'm
have to
very
come on
grumpy.
if you're feeling crappy. You don't have to come
No,
on, buddy.
I'm playing it by ear. You know.
Oh, man, are you sick?
No, I don't know what
Yeah,
it
you
is. I was over at Christy and Zach's last night for their speakeasy game.
Oh,
And that was fun.
how was it?
And
right.
I don't know if it's because I had a drink, or that we were up slightly later than usual, or this is just unrelated. But anyway, I'm making it through. So we'll
Well, I hope you have fun.
see how it goes. Yeah.
Because Zach and Christy know to have a good time.
Yeah, I have yet to go to their speakeasies, but they look like a hoot, and I always get invited, but it's always like a weekend Tony's working, so I can never like go. So because I'm always on dad duty. Although I could take killing would be a hoot. Speakeasy. Put him in a little butler suit.
Yeah.
No.
I can't go, and it sucks because I miss those guys. Should I still have their Christmas presents? I talked to them both online. I talked to Zach yesterday about some stuff, and I was just like, yeah, I can't. It sucks. I'm disappointed.
You got to be careful. I get it, man.
Also, I mean, people will never see this, but also Bob's there. I just can't deal with Bob.
I don't know who that is.
Bob is a good friend of Zach's.
Bob didn't make it.
Yeah, Bob and I do not get along. So
yes, Bob canceled last minute, from what I understand. So I did not meet Bob.
Oh, so Bob used to play in our D&D group, and Bob was a prick to Cassandra a couple times, and I warned him a couple times.
I'm just gonna imagine that it's Bob from Twin Peaks.
And I told him, like, don't do that again. Like, you've done this now a couple times, and don't do it again. And he said, okay, and he was better. Well, then we used to have our worldwide wrestling game, our monthly where we played worldwide wrestling, which is a wrestling world RPG, and he was prickish in that, but tolerable. And then one time he literally just stopped being prickish and just completely went after Doug, like out of game.
Oh.
And I stopped him about 2 minutes into his rant, and I was like, you need to stop and you can leave. Like, I mean, if you want to come after me, or, you know, but Doug is not going to be that dude who defends himself. He's too nice. I was like, I don't tolerate that shit. You're done. You're out. So after that, I was persona non gratis with him, and he's persona non gratis with me. I'm just like,
to
me, you did it once with you did it for a little bit with my wife, and I finally gave you a hard warning, and you stopped. But Cassandra will fight back on her own. Doug is too nice about that shit. And I just got tired of, like, every game Bob would kind of do that, and I was like, I just don't feel the need to play games with you anymore. So yeah, which is sad because I kind of enjoy Bob as a person. I just got to the point where I was like, I can't tolerate you in a game anymore. Which to Bob was like, well,
selective bullying.
You're my fucking enemy then, Ben. And I was like, all right, well, that's why you want to do it. I mean, let's get off my back. So it's a good lesson for those of us who are running or playing games. I think you give people the benefit of the doubt the first time.
Oh yeah.
I think the second time they might be just having a bad day, or things might be going bad, and they just don't have the tools to deal with it in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
If we have a conversation about it, though, that's like literally your first and last warning.
Yeah, once it's a pattern.
And then if you do it after that, that means you've like you don't respect the people involved. And when you're doing that at my home, it means you don't respect my home or my request, and that is just not tolerable. So,
Amen.
I like to think I'm relatively easy about shit, but I got to a point where I'm not easy anymore. Anyway, that's why Bob and I don't hang out. Um, so,
Word.
are any of you familiar with the Quiet Year?
No. No clue.
Beyond what you mentioned this morning, no.
Quiet Year is
Yeah.
a theme that's used to set up your world.
Okay.
It's very short. I mean, it's like what, 15 pages? Use a deck of cards, and like you get you're drawing the cards, you shuffle them up. Each season is a different suit. So when I'm not gonna follow all this stuff because I don't care about world building. I want to use it to resolve a war. So when, let's say, you draw the 6 of hearts, you get to choose. You know, are there children in your community? If there are, what is their role in the community? Or how old is the eldest member of the community? What special needs do they have? You choose, and then like, so every turn, players are getting like opportunity to do different actions.
Okay.
Like to hold a discussion, to start a project, or to discover something new besides the drawing of cards. So I need to change that as well, but that I'm not as worried about. I'm more worried about like figuring this out. So it goes out. So if once the king is drawn of that deck, that is over. That season is over. That phase is over. I think, or is it just for winter? Oh no, it's just for winter. So I'm dividing this up into phases of a war because I can't think of any other phrasing to use. So I need help with is coming up with like events with options for them to kind of help them. Oh crap, to help them like tell the story of this, because the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, I want this event done because it's very important. But at the same time, I don't want it to eat up like 40 sessions. And originally it was like someone else was going to run it and I was going to get to play in it. But I don't foresee that happening. I just don't think the person has the time or energy to do it. But I kind of want that thing that's been in the background since like the early episodes to be over with.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I need help with.
Yeah, you can always come back to it and fill it in if you want to.
Yeah. Because I'm already planning on tomorrow doing a whole like a framing device at the beginning of the episode to give them opportunities to tell the story of the last 3 years, and then the year 4, which they don't know they're getting a year 4, will be this year-long war that was kind of fought in the background on another world. Does that make sense to everybody? I don't know. I feel like I'm not doing a very good job with it.
No, it makes sense. I get it.
Okay.
I'm slightly lost, I'll admit it, but that's
okay. What am I doing a poor job explaining? Because if I can't explain it,
oh no, it's just, I think it's just I don't think it's really. I think I'm just. I think it's
no. Do not discount it because I think that.
So okay, I'll say, so
I'm able to explain it.
Are we looking for? So what? These are all going to be events that are.
These
like, are they major events?
Some of them can be major, some of them can be minor. It's just like all the events that happened over this year. They get they get a prompt to choose one or the other, and then they kind of fill it in.
Okay. Like in the context of like story, like this
Mhm.
a story being told?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Like
It's like this is what happened to us over this year during this war that we participated in.
So all right, and then bear with me. I'm so
No,
sorry.
no,
All right. So then okay, so we're looking for actions that then turn to prompts that allow the characters to
So we're
have a
coming
moment
up
to
with
tell story.
we're coming up with the prompts to put in here.
Okay.
Yeah,
And the
it-
prompts
alright.
can be like I'm just reading below this. If they drew the Ace of Hearts, someone new arrives, who, why are they in distress? Or they can choose someone leaves the community, who are they and what were they looking for?
Okay. Alrighty. Okay. I'm on board. The wheels are rolling. They're turning.
Okay, perfect.
Sorry, everybody.
So what I'm looking for is like, how can we adapt things from the Quiet Year, which is what I'm using as
Okay.
the structure, and use it to build our own version of it for a conflict. So I'm going to move this over here. I need like a third screen. How sad is that? So I can see what's.
Oh.
So let's think of
You could
some
do like okay, how about this? A boy is caught stealing grain. And then it could be like, was there a big embargo on resources coming to a certain area, or was like a whole farming land like wiped out in this war or something like that?
Perfect.
Is that a thing? Is that
that's perfect. So locals have been caught stealing grain,
like necessities of some sort?
We're going to say has an embargo. Well, let's not even use embargo because they're fighting against a regime in power. Has rationing been put in place? If so, how has the populace dealt with this?
Mm-hmm.
Or what was the other part of that you said? Because I like both.
Has like the farmlands of this area been like razed, like burned out, or even like the farmers like rounded
Have
up?
this dissenting food producers been round up, have been jailed, or their lands raised in response to their inability to meet new quotas? How about that? Does that work?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'm going to put like always ask why and how as a part of like the basic prompts. That's perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm going to increase this in size a little bit because it's probably pretty hard to read. Oh no, that's way too big. No. Oh, apparently I can't. It can only go to 200%. Can I not change it by? Nope. Never mind.
Enhance.
Yeah, it's like 200% or 400%.
Would you like 1,000?
So, a local monument was destroyed by the government. Why? I need to
symbol of
do
inspiration to the people.
Well, see, we don't want to answer the question. This is just we are just doing.
Okay. Oh, and why?
Because I've already noticed, like, I need to get better in the mindset. So I was like, have descending food producers. It should be descending food producers have been jailed, not like had they. It's they have.
Yeah.
And some of their lands raised in response to their inability to meet new quotas. How has the populace reacted? Because what I'm doing a bad job is like I'm asking questions of me. These are questions for the players.
Yeah.
We wanted to be kind of related, like so. The local monument was destroyed. There should be something like the new government has erected a monument glorifying themselves. How has the populace reacted? Like that. See, it's like you get a little bit of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I may only do like trying to think if 4 phases is too much. But I also like the idea of like it being 4 phases. I don't know.
Well, if you whittled that down, what would you do? Like 2?
Yeah, I'm
would be the
thinking 2.
bottom.
Yeah. But I don't know yet. I mean, that's why I'm like seeing how many of these we can fill. Because the thing about the quiet year is it's all about exploration and building society as society is falling apart. It's very much like a world creation kit. And I'm looking at it more of like what, how is a war? It's evolving into it's a shadowy war going on, but what happens like in my opinion, like phase 4 is when it like is no longer in the shadows. Like this is the open conflict. So I'm almost looking at like phase 1 is like in the shadows. Phase 2 is I gotta think of something out. So way to describe them. Does that make sense?
We're seeing your browser, not what you're typing.
Oh yeah, I just had it over here because that way you guys can still see the browser.
Okay.
I mean, I could shrink it down a little bit, I guess, and then I could blow it up to 400. This is why I was like, I need another screen. All right. Hopefully this will help a little bit. So what would happen in an early war where like a government has been taken over by quote unquote bad guys, and the players and their allies have showed up to do something about
it. So is the war, or is it justified at all, or are they just trying?
No, it is. So the whole thing is this. On this particular world, like magic is controlled by one individual who basically is plugged into this, for lack of a better term, this magical circuit board. And this Rakshasa, who was with another group of bad guys, basically was like, "Oh, this is so and so's world. Because I dislike them, I'm going to go to their world and I'm just going to fucking ruin it."
Okay.
So they've snuck in. They've taken over power using doppelgangers and changelings, and they've literally been corrupting like students into like a Gestapo type, kind of taking the Nazi playbook, but also like using great propaganda to like turn this world is like world of like floating cities, and then down below are like your working class folks, and they were
Okay.
like, "Oh, this is perfect. I'll just turn these rich people in the skies into enemies of the people." Like, "Yo, you live in the sky. Like those people down there who make your food, they're not really people. They're not like you and me."
Right.
So that's kind of what has occurred. And unfortunately, like most things, it's easy to turn populaces against each other, especially with like, just look at our modern day society. Class warfare.
Yeah.
And this person's entire goal is not to like rule, it's just to fuck this world up so badly that it's irreparable. They don't want to rule this world. They just want to fucking ruin it and then leave.
All right. So we're starting with these guys in charge, and the war
Yes.
is going.
So there's a small resistance of NPCs, but this, like, we're starting phase 1 is when the PCs finally show up and they're like, "Okay, this is bad." Like, we have friends who went to do shit and they're just so outnumbered, and things are so bad that
an event I just thought of would be like, what if the players come upon an NPC like in the stocks in public, like being punished, or even just like crimes being read for punishment of some sort. Like, what do? Do you act? Do you not? Do you let this happen knowing that maybe these people are being subjugated? Or I don't know if that's a good one or not. Okay.
Has been captured.
Or do you like let these people go about their way, doing their justice?
Being punished publicly.
Yeah.
Do you step in and interfere, exposing yourselves, or if so, how? Does that work?
Yeah.
I like that. That's perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Like I said, this is like early stage conflict. Like this is like the first stages of like a rebellion. So I mean, even using Star Wars as the metaphor, think like Andor a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So for the other option 2 on that one, maybe you discover Rebel Cell has a plan to strike at the regime, but this attack will endanger innocents. What do you do?
Planning a public strike against. I love the name the regime too.
Do you let them set the car bomb off, or do you let the the local British Army forces?
It will cause.
I'm taking
some civilian damages, deaths. Do you allow this to occur? I'm going to fix this at the beginning. You discover Perfect. I love that. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Like, we're gonna set this owl bear loose.
Yeah. No, and that could be what it is.
But there's a playground nearby.
Yeah. So also this is like a magical steampunkish world, but not steampunk.
Okay.
You know, it's like magic is like everywhere. So like magic flying
Like magic
ships,
facilitates. Yeah.
magic ships like ferry people from the surface to these upper places, like on the rig. Like all the lighting is magical. So it's like a heavy magically influenced world.
It's just like, is it just like there's not as many people who can wield the magic, basically, but
No, there's like schools. It's just,
oh, there is, okay,
yeah,
but
it's
very
just like this
controlled.
one person controls, like, has to be in place to keep it under control.
Okay.
And that person is very close to one of the PCs and has basically been trapped into controlling this. And it's because they're using so much magic, it is killing them. So there's also the personal thing of like, I got to save my friend. People loyal to the regime have been trying to think, like, I'm this idea of like kind of loyalists like dragging people out into the streets type of thing. And again, I want to do this, but I also don't want it to be so reminiscent of shit that's going on right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of so maybe it's publicly, God, I can't spell. Campaigning for the populace to join them for the greatest good. How do you counter this propaganda? How about that? Is that also like not specific enough that it feels not gross?
I think it works.
Okay. Like even it's as simple as someone new arrives. Who are they?
Yeah.
So we could put a new leader arises. Who are they and who do they support?
You could also do an unaligned.
I was actually, as two of the community's younger members get into a fight.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how to phrase, like, it could be like, here's some other, like, it's they're not in favor of either side. They're just here to exploit the situation.
Oh.
What is this?
Mercenaries.
A group.
Or is it? Yeah, I mean, are they
looters
exploit?
Yeah,
the
it could be a company. It could be
strife.
Mercenaries, it could be.
Who are they? And what do they want? Two young local leaders publicly attack one another. What provoked this falling out? Why is this again? So now we're on fire. Now we're just dropping fucking good shit.
A new community has sprung up, welcoming all to come inside. What are they up to?
Ah, a new movement
Yeah.
has formed. They,
like, are they a truly beneficial, like, hey, we're going to be like a, I don't know, for lack of a better thought at the moment, like a kibitz kind of style thing?
they
Or
stand
are we a
for-
full-on crazy cult?
They stand for, you said something in total inclusion?
Sure.
Total inclusion.
Yeah, are
and
they like
peace?
real like hippy dippy, like, hey, come on in, everybody. Hey, brother, hey, sister. Rub some patchouli on you.
Now, what did you say? Like, what are they, you know, are they, you know,
Are they as they seem, or is
Okay.
something else at work?
Yeah. Or is this going to be like, you know, George Jones,
Is-
you know, where it's, I'm all about love.
Are you going to form a country band? Is that what you're saying?
Not George Jones. I mean, shit. Who am
I
I
kind
thinking
of
of?
think I want to do something where George Jones. Is
God
a
damn it.
cult leader.
Not
Or
George
is
Jones.
there
Excuse me.
More
You know who I mean, no.
things.
The Kool-Aid dude. God damn it.
Yeah.
What's his fucking name? I can't
Jim
believe it.
Jones.
Jim
Jim
Jones.
Jones.
Whenever
I
I
was
want to
in the
think
right
of Jim
area.
Jones, there's an Anthrax cover song called Sex, Sects, and it's about Jim Jones.
Ooh.
I can't remember who the original band is.
I have a Jim Jones coffee mug that says "Drink Up" with his face on it.
Oh God,
It's
let me
my
see if I can
favorite
find
thing.
it.
Tony got that.
For
I know,
the
song.
other option on that one, Ben,
Yeah, I'm gonna get some coffee quick. I'll be right back, guys.
a prominent celebrity is publicly supporting one of the factions.
Oh God, I love that.
What are they famous for,
A
and which faction are they supporting?
celebrity has begun publicly supporting a faction. What are they famous for? And what was the other thing you said, Matt?
And which faction are they supporting?
One more night.
So I put the link in the overall chat. It's a cover. It's like the song is crazy fast. But it's called Sex, Sects, because I can't.
Not George Jones.
It's a cover, but I don't remember who they're covering. It's a great song. It was on Attack of the Killer Bees, which was their album that was all covers and B-sides.
Yeah.
Which has them covering like Pipeline. It has them covering Parasite Lady by Kiss. It's also got Ode to Billy, which is a song about I want some milk. They need it for their cereal. It's great. It's like one of the first Anthrax albums I ever heard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I was fucking immediately like, these guys are this is my shit.
Yeah, man. I think the first thing I ever heard of them was probably Bring the Noise. You know,
Bring the Noise might be on this album as well.
Oh, is that on that one?
It might be.
Actually, that sounds right. Attack of the Killer. Yeah.
And it's like just a B-side cover album.
Yeah. I'll have to look that up.
Because from that, I went backwards and listened to Spreading the Disease and then Persistence of Time, which is just a fantastic album. And then I can never think of Among the Living. Among the Living was the one where I was like,
that's amazing.
Okay, this is the band for me.
Oh yeah, dude, you're right. It's on Attack of the Killer Bees.
I couldn't remember because it was like something like I remember listening to this at Steve Gilpin's house where he's like, have you heard this shit? And I was like, no. And then it was like, oh my God, how have I never heard this shit?
That's awesome.
It's also like, I think it might be on the same album as well as like Madhouse on it.
It's not mad.
Sent by souls with rifles and rifles.
So they
But it's explicitly about Jim Jones. Like it mentions Jim Jones. Jim Jones, where did you come from? Jim Jones, did you have us die for fun? Jim Jones, murder is your fame. Type of thing. It's highly recommend. It's a great song though. It's so fast. I lie, you die.
Oh, good. Of course, when you look up Anthrax, you're also going to see like half
you
the
become
band,
you. Yeah, you show up.
the.
You show up on a FBI watch list.
But no, but also like I'm seeing like pictures of like actual Anthrax like damage on a body, and it's just like,
oh yeah, no.
Well, thank you, Wikipedia, but no, I don't need that in my feed.
A disaster. I can't spell today.
A lady walked up into a fan.
A disaster occurs that seems extremely suspicious. Was it?
Well, you want to do what happened?
Was it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What happened? Was it caused by an organization? Because I'm also thinking, like, what if it's a other group of dissidents, kind of like the partisans, you know, in Star Wars,
right?
And to what end? Ticking in my head. All right, we're cruising, guys. All right, what else we got? In my head. There is no war in Bossing Sea. Oh God damn, Spike, that's good. That's real. I want to move that down into when things get a little bit more nasty. A group, a family of well-to-do individuals speaks out against violence committed. Subsequently, their access to magic wanes significantly. What would the question we would ask here? Have they changed their stance?
Who's responsible?
Who is responsible, and has it made them change their stance?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Man, that's fucking awesome, Spike.
I think for that phase 2 where things are a little more intense, village has been wiped out.
An entire settlement has been wiped out. No survivors, no structures remain. What's
Who's
the question?
responsible and why did they do it?
Responsible, and why was it done? Okay, excellent. Phase 3. What should phase 3 should be like? Like I'm almost thinking in the shadows. Okay, yeah, never mind. I don't want to get to that yet because I don't think God, my spelling is so bad this morning. Okay, let's wrap up in the shadows. Help me. A new face of dissidence arises in the populace. However, they have ties to the regime. Who are they, and can they be trusted? I'm just like you. I'm just a child like you. I'm just a kid. Tell me about your there is no war from Bossing Sea thing. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, that's really good too. There's a food producing district. We're going to keep that for lower. I want that to be more like, denying conflict is occurring at all. We're going to put that in phase 3 because I love that idea, Spike. Producing district begins putting out, good Lord, look at that. Putting out pamphlets stating what's the name of this district? There is no enemy. If anyone can think of a cool name.
It's basically a bit of a mauling of Apocalypse's name, but like Sabanur or something like that. I don't know.
Sabanur. Anyone who says otherwise disappears. Where do they go? Actually, who takes them and where do they go? That's really good. Like, that's super creepy and evocative. Okay. We can always move them around if it like gets to be something where like, oh, this is like too aggressive. It needs to move down. What else we got, guys? Let me open this up so we can see if there is anything we see where we're like, oh, this is inspiring.
A song,
like, this would be really good. An old piece of machinery is discovered.
Yeah, I was going to say a song is gaining popularity.
Oh, god damn, that's good, Matt.
A
dong. I just put a dong.
I mean, hey, if it's good.
Song is gaining popularity. Go on.
Inspired by the conflict.
By the downtrodden, we'll say, because there's no conflict at this point publicly.
Well, inspired by the because downtrodden puts it to a side. I think it'd be better to make the players decide that.
Okay. Inspired by tensions.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. What would the question be?
Which side does it support? And what's the name of the song?
God, this is great. God damn, this is good, you guys. All hail the popular dog.
But yeah, the machinery one could be good, or yeah.
Ancient piece of machinery is discovered. Who has claimed it? And what does it do? Yeah, who is right when everybody's wrong? Very true. You see a good omen. What is it? Is also a good one.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that down here. A portent occurs. What is it? And what do you think it means?
Ooh, an NPC, a gorgeous NPC takes a liking in one of the players.
Oh,
what's going to happen? Ooh. Like, is there someone who maybe in like?
Are they famous? Are they famous? Is like someone of?
They're renowned across. Like their beauty is like they're known for their beauty. Like everyone's like, God damn, I wish I could get at that person, whoever they are. And maybe even some of the people in like the regime are like.
So one thing to remember is the PCs are kids.
Never mind then. Oh wait! That could still work. It could still work. You got a bratty little kid who's like one of the who's like a kid of someone in the regime who has a crush on a little kid that has a crush on one of the PCs. Make it wholesome. Punch it through. We're all safe. You can't get us.
Renowned celebrity has
or a giant flying hog.
Are we making a Pink? Are we making a Pink Floyd album? A child of a renowned celebrity has taken a
Justin or Justine Bieber.
Interest.
It's like, oh yes, they're cute.
Interest in one of the PCs.
Peppa Pig.
What did you say after that? Is it reciprocated? Is it healthy?
It could be that, or like what is this going to be? Like, could this be like? Where could this lead? Could this?
So you don't want to go that far. I think one of the things that we've done really good so far is narrowing it down so they can then build upon it when they do other things.
Well, okay. So then is this going to cause jealousy somewhere, or
does this cause the NPC familial strife?
Yeah, there you go.
And is this level of interest reciprocated? I love these like top-down storytelling like game prompts that are like this. like we were talking about this on our walk, I found that the people who make The Zone,
Yeah.
which is like Fiasco kind of, it's a DM-less game that is basically about like a situation like Annihilation or Roadside Picnic or Stalker. Everyone plays a character and they go into the zone, and there's an understanding at the beginning, no one's coming out. So, but it is very much a like Fiasco is, which is a game that's like you're playing a Coen Brothers movie. Is like you negotiate and role play your scenes, and then it's kind of like you mutually all decide like what's the consequence. Well, this game, they made a free app that is basically the game, so you don't have to have the game. The app has all the cards and everything, because you will mutate by being in the zone. And like one of the prompts is always, another player at any time can say, well, it could always be worse, and then it gets fucking worse. So this is kind of like that. I love those ideas where it's just like we're just telling this story and it's just constantly building off of each other.
For this phase, how about the regime has begun aggressively recruiting soldiers.
Do we want it in this stage or the next stage?
Well, if they're gearing up, you can put it wherever you want, though. I was going to say
how about we do the regime has been actively,
because there can be recruiting, and then later on it could become a draft.
Has been actively recruiting youth.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. To what end, Matt?
More just like how is this being received,
or like,
and to what end?
My thought was like, is this like the Boy Scouts or is this Hitler Youth?
So one thing that they were doing, the first thing that Ragash, this Raksasha that took over, was he immediately hit the colleges of magic. Immediately went to like all the underclass people and was basically indoctrinated them.
Yeah.
Because he was like, well, I'm gonna have all these young magic users be like my secret police.
Okay.
How is this being received?
And what is the goal?
What is the end goal? I love it. That's so good.
And then for one of the later phases, I was thinking,
how late? Phase 2, phase 3, or
probably 2? But I'll let you tell me where it belongs. So the regime has outlawed a popular activity: drinking, dancing, something like that. Why? Sports, I don't, whatever you want to put in there. What have they outlawed? And why?
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
And then actually going into, this is from a G.I. Joe comic I read back in the day.
Hell yeah! Bring me that Joe.
This would also probably be later in the conflict, but they encounter a guy in, I can't remember if they specifically state the country, but it's somewhere, it's Southeast Asia somewhere. And I think it's supposed to be probably like Cambodia. And they encounter this guy, and he was a professor, and he's like, yeah, they started by coming after anybody who had anybody who had a degree, and then anybody who had gone to college, and then they started going after anybody who had glasses, because it was this whole anti-elite thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's one thing I want to make sure. Like, Ragash, rather than do that, he basically seduces the elite.
Right, and this was the other way. I think this was the other way around, because his whole deal is like, they never bothered to ask if I agreed with them or not. He's like, I agreed with the communists,
Oh,
but because I was a professor, they assumed I was against them, and I had to flee.
okay. So how do
So
we
kind of
phrase that?
there's some signifier has become, there's a signifier of either the regime or the dissidents of one of the factions, I guess.
Oh God, that's misspelled so awfully. I don't even know. Okay. Has been
Maybe not even
ident
identified, has become
has become it's like a symbol of otherness and attacked.
yeah, I mean, has become discriminated against, I guess you could say.
Because I mean, it would work because again, he doesn't want a functional government. He just wants
Right.
to make it worse and worse and worse, and then be like, "All right, I won. Bye."
What is this signifier?
And how bad have things become? And how significant has the discrimination become?
And I don't know which phase this might be. Final phase, or it might be this phase. Integral figures in the regime have realized that Rakshasha has no intention of ruling.
Okay.
How do they react to this? And what do they do? Because it might just be like, oh, I thought we were trying to like make this place better, or they bought into it, so maybe they're going to be like, oh no, fuck you,
I love that. Like, oh shit,
dissidents, or I'm going to try and bring you down from the inside, or all right, if you don't want to run the show, I'm going to wait till you win and then I'll step in. A lot of different ways you could take that. Ooh.
Does this make sense? Like a new form of art spontaneously erupts from the tensions. What is it, and what does it inspire?
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at this and see if we see anything. So we did the see, there's a lot of either or here as well.
Well, the one at the bottom of that page there looked pretty good on the right.
An old man confesses to past crimes. Oh, damn. I think we put this in phase 2. You guys okay with that?
Yeah.
Or should we move it to phase? Maybe phase 3 is better for that.
Yeah, I think so.
A soldier.
Maybe it's somebody. Maybe it's somebody they know.
The regime of some renown confesses publicly, a word I've now mistyped like 18 times.
Well, now,
to
what if it's this person is just confessing to the players?
Well, that's better.
and they have to decide what to
To
do about it.
PCs.
Yeah.
I love that. That's even better.
Because then you could do another thing where, say, someone in the regime does something in public that's very egregious, and like, what do we do about this? Do we let it slide? Do we not?
What were they and
Doing it this way, you can.
Yeah.
I like. Yeah.
So what did you say, Colin? Because we could have that as the or here.
So it'd be or like instead of like someone within the regime does something very egregiously in public, flagrantly, just thinking like, I have the immunity of it. Do you act or do you not? Yeah, I guess kind of like in that way.
Does something egregious.
Yeah. Whether that like it could be something as maybe, you know, like is incredibly violent, but not like deadly so to someone, or actually maybe there is a outright murder for very little of
Cause. Yeah.
yeah.
I love that. Those are both great. I mean, this is fucking great.
Yeah. But that's so awesome, Matt. Like oh man, like because like is like a soldier like deep in his cups and he says something, or is this guy like burdened with something? He's like, hey kids, you know, and just lets it like, yeah, you know, that's so cool. Like, and then how does that soldier react to that? Is he happy? Is he feeling better? Or is this like, oh no, I let this slip and now it's a problem? Ooh. We are sleeping in your house and eating your food. That's
How does this change the district? Okay. What was it, and how does this magically stain the district? So I'm thinking like a horrible like murder or something occurs in an area, like maybe the spirits can't leave. So now you have this area that's got a bunch of ghosts in it who are pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
Good to find. How's it going?
All right. Well, I'm gonna drop because it's catching up with me here. I'm gonna go lay down or something. But
Matthew, thank you so much for
guys.
hanging out.
This has been good. Dude. And I will catch you all soon. Super Spike, good to find. Bye.
Bye, dude.
All right.
Then there were two.
Does this work?
Or four. Yeah. 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 I think that completely. Yeah.
How
does this magically stay in the area? Oh yeah.
Group of planar mercenaries are summoned. I'm going to say by the regime, by a faction. How do they react to this forced conscription? And what is the result of their presence?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move back up to the easier stuff. I like this idea, good to find, about like that whole we're sleeping in your house and eating your food. I'm thinking like in phase 2, that in the lower districts, barracks are constructed. But I also don't want it to be too much in the vein of the Nakba. The regime begins constructing barracks in the lowlands. How do the locals react? And why did the regime decide to do this? Oh, no more soccer pitch. Barracks all the time. A person of renown publicly speaks out against the regime. Who are they, and what were the consequences of their action?
What are you thinking?
I'm just looking to see if there's anything on here. I'm also going to move down to here to phase 3. Did we say anything about like magic rationing? Maybe
That'd be good.
Rationing of magical energy goes into effect. Who is... Oh, no, I don't want to say that. Who does this not affect? And what does the populace do to circumvent this? All right, what do we got? How can we finish up this phase 1? The PCs and allies begin to what am I looking for here? Begin to try and rally the public to their cause. What tactic is used, and is it effective?
Okay. I don't know, man. I'm running on empty.
It's all right, man. You're everyone's helping. This is an NPC ally of the PCs. Commits a horrendous act in public. What was it, and do the PCs condone it. Um, um, travel papers have been put into effect by the regime to monitor what's the word I'm looking for? Oh shit, why is my brain just so bad today? Movement. How about that? Movement from to and from the lowlands. What are they looking for? And what have they found? I think that's a good one. Good to find. We should put that in like 3, I think. A song of inspiration has been outlawed by the regime. What was the name of the song? Who wrote it? And how has the public reacted? Bum, bum, bum. Paranoia. What's something that would be good about like paranoia?
Healthy paranoia?
Like the regime has been fostering public paranoia.
Mm-hmm.
How has this affected the populace and how has this affected the PCs directly? Of time. A document, an ancient document telling of a previous similar event in history has been discovered. Is this real? Or is it, or has it been manufactured? If so, to what end? Life and time. Get what's mine through the persistence of time. A new law has been proposed. What is it? And how would it benefit the PCs? Who is that? Is that Maeve?
Yeah, we were watching Futurama the other night, the Slurms Mackenzie episode where they go to the Slurm factory and let me wham wham wazzle. They thought it was the most amazing.
You go everywhere.
I'm trying to think of like other events that we've seen.
What kind of shirt is that? Yeah, what kind of shirt is that?
I don't know, man.
Are you getting it for me?
No.
We're getting it for. Whatever. You know everywhere.
Jesus Christ, why can I not spell today? A new that'd be in section 3. A technological innovation built for combat. Now we want what am I looking for here? A warfare technological innovation occurs. What is it and who created it? What is it? What
Thanks, Super Spike. Yeah.
do? That's true. Yeah. Speaking of kids, what about like some type of child's crusade type of thing? Or like a Pied Piper type of thing. I'm just trying to think of like something kind of magical.
Yeah, I thought of something like earlier, like where there's someone who's just come into the community and is a hit with the kids in some way, like all the kids in the community, and like how is that received? Like, are people like is he a good or I don't know. I guess should we make him a good guy or bad guy from the start, and then have it be like, well, if he's a good guy, like, do the other adults in the community, like, are they with him? Or are they against? You know where I'm kind of getting at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
An immensely popular, Jesus Christ, popular figure emerges amongst the youth. Man, I misspelled 2 words so badly there. Amongst the youth. Who are they? What do they stand for? And what is their end goal? Yeah, it was kind of like, I mean, especially since the players are kids. Oh my God, we only have one more thing in phase 1. 2 more. Oh, I take it back. 2 more things. 3 more things. Apparently, not only can I not type or spell, I can't recognize space. Um,
The Utes.
an NPC from Chimney Christmas. Lowlands approaches the PCs. Who are they and what do they want? A member of the regime reaches out to the, gosh dang it, to the PCs. Who are they? What do they want? All right, one more in this section. Amongst the youths.
The what? The Utes. The youths.
Two
Sorry.
more, I guess, since I can't fucking spell or read. Well, we're going to take this, we're going to like this, and then we're going to go page
What is this
layout,
something, dude?
and we're going to go, where are the design, insert maybe? Header. Facet NFL. Facet NFL. Wake up dead from the wrecks of your life when you couldn't see your own intimacy. NFL. Nice fucking life. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted at all. I want to insert the page number, and I want to put it in the footer, and I want to make it the center. Okay, good. Oh, what have I done? All right. One more. Come on, we got this.
Okay. Let me see what we've got. Enhanced screen.
Enhance.
Enhance.
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay.
What'd you get?
And it's like what would be an animal populace? Don't even think about anything.
Animal like animal races?
Not even a race, but like I'm thinking like a like if like an animal an animal group just started migrating to a different area, like they were intuitive enough to go, oh, things are about to get bad here, we're leaving.
All the predators of some sort. So maybe people are like, all the wolves that used to be out here that used to like terrorize the local deer population, gone. What happened? And matter of fact, so are all the deers.
What is the animal and what effect does it have on society? What damage? Even think about anything. All right, we've got phase 1 done.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a huge amount of phase 2 done. We have a bunch of phase 3 done. I don't know. You get this job, you know it. Phase 4, got a lot of work to do. All right, we've been doing it for an hour and a half. Yeah, exactly. Colin, let's call it. Colin, what do you got going on this week?
We got Meng on Meng coming on Tuesday.
Do you want to see some stuff I've been working on real quick?
Let's do it.
All right. So, I'm gonna hide stop. And I'm gonna make myself big, I guess. Yes. Got a bear rug I'm working on.
Ooh.
Got some furniture I'm working on. So I was Zenithal highlighting or slap chop method. These are done. They just need sealed. Bags of coin. So all I've done is just done a Zenithal, working on this, which is like a chicken-legged like altar, a giant chicken foot altar. I got this ready to paint.
Oh, that looks fun.
I started on this.
Yeah.
And then I primed a crap ton of heads this morning.
Ooh. Nice.
Oh, my head needs to block the light. And kiss my grits. Stupid hands. Yeah.
Nice.
I need to do the white on this bed. I need to finish this. It's almost done because I already did the bottles inside of it. Yeah. And I started this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is he wearing like a plague doctor?
Yeah. He's gonna be an undead plague doctor. So yeah, I'm working on those things. Hopefully you'll get some of them done. Thank you, everybody. Chicken foot altar for offerings made to Sammy Hagar. Yes.
Chicken foot. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. What a deep cut.
What?
Spike being
yeah. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try to set a painting goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching somebody talk about setting painting goals for themselves, and I was like, oh, that's really interesting. I don't know. It's a lot to wrap my head around right now. So yeah. Or like they were talking about what am I doing? They talk about doing like, hey, they do Orktober, and they're like, my goal is to paint 16 orcs in the month of October. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, especially with Slap Chop. I can probably. Yep. I was thinking about like Undead Plague Doctor because he's really kind of a smaller mini, so he can constantly like raise dudes. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. I'm never sold on anything. It's more like, I don't know. It was a free mini. It came with.
Go with it. I think that's cool.
Yeah. Got some new dice yesterday. My birthday present from last year finally came for one of my.
Let's see these dice. I love dice. I've got some that I just got
a bag
with cheese
with an eyeball on it. These dice may not stick with me. They may end up going to Cassandra because they're more.
Oh, really?
They're more in her style. They're pink. They're pink guys. They're kind of the glossy pink boys.
Oh.
Not that I dislike pink dice.
A milky pink.
Yeah, milky pink.
Weird. Yeah, but
yes,
that's
I was super excited about.
Milk.
My sister-in-law was like shocked how excited I was about this. So like these dice came in this wild little chest, which is just something somebody bought from like Michael's, and then they did a bunch of cool shit too. Yeah, the flesh. They're fleshy dice.
Flesh dice.
Flesh dice. Not to be confused with other fleshy things. The dice inside, though, are meant to remind me of my sister-in-law because she loves ducks, and inside are tiny ducks.
Oh, I love it. I love dice with little things inside. Like I've got some with skulls. I've got my favorite set has like little autumn leaves.
I got one
love
for
that.
Cassandra last year that has lilies inside of them.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
think that's great.
she's not a dice goblin. She's a dice dragon. She has so many dice. She has more dice than I have, which is wild because I've been playing games far longer than her.
Yeah.
So prep school or
Meng on Meng.
God, Meng on Meng.
Tuesday. I'll be out in my garage with a new camera, and you're gonna be watching me build Rivendell at my little
My
Lego
brother-in-law found out you were working on Rivendell on Tuesday, and he was like, "I'm there."
Yeah. I'm
He's working
not
on his
very
Millennium
far. I
Falcon.
think I'm gonna be starting bag 9 out of 45.
Oh, are you gonna do the D&D set?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy that.
It
for
looks
sure.
so cool.
It does.
We didn't have anywhere to put it, and I was like, I know.
Yeah, no, I want to get. I'm actually thinking of doing.
It's like $400.
Two. Yeah. But I don't know. But also, there's some other really cool sets that are coming out in Ninjago right now that are very fantasy-esque that I could figure out how to like rework around.
Have you ever looked at finding the Creo D&D stuff?
Oh no, man! I need to put that on a little reminder for myself. I remember we looked at the oh God, what is it now? Oh, what was the there's an amazing site you showed me that had all that like you got, was it Creo? I don't know, but like
Here's
remember
this I'm putting in private chat for you.
Yeah,
which is just an eBay search, but it'll give you an idea of like what's out there.
Oh yeah, no, this is different than what we were talking about. There's that one thing.
The Creo shit's legit, and it works perfectly with Lego.
Okay, Creo Dungeons and Dragons. There's that other one though that you actually had stuff from, and you were showing me. Like one of the sets was like Turtle.
Enlighten.
Yes!
Enlighten. I don't know if Enlighten is running anymore, if like they're an active company anymore. But if you can find Enlighten blocks, like they had like a couple different lines that were absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. Oh no, they're like, yeah. I think like I'm not totally sure when I go to their site if they are still a thing, because it looks like, are they always like, here, source this stuff out at these other places? Is that how their model is?
I don't know. They had a really good like pirate line. Then they had two like absolutely phenomenal fantasy lines. Like I'm looking, there's a
Castle, the
2,500 city street view cafe corner building. It's like $130, but god damn is it cool looking.
Yeah, no,
you have a Magic Academy.
Just looking at the like the
they do the Octonaut stuff now, I think is what.
Oh yes.
And Ultraman.
Oh, what?
They do some Ultraman shit too. There's a 5,800 piece movie magical castle model. It's this huge magical castle. But it might be a mini ball. Anyway, so Colin and I can talk about this all day. I'm not going to.
Sorry, everybody.
We've got Down Outlands tomorrow night.
Yep.
I am going to try to make it kind of a mix of them telling us what happened in their 3 years. They don't know it's 4 years yet. Yeah, that's tomorrow night. So it might be a very talky. Mega Meng on Tuesday, Wellness Wins on Wednesday, and then prep school next Sunday, and then Star Wars that Monday. So yeah, that's what you got staring yourself in the face.
Yeah.
Hopefully. And then maybe I don't know what Colin's got going on, but I was thinking like Cassandra's got this thing she's scheduled now for the first Friday of every month with her homie, where they're getting together. And I don't know, do you want to do V Rising on that Friday? Right.
Yeah, man. I'll just
pick it up.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's just plan on like the first Friday of every month. We just do V Rising.
All right, I'm down.
What do you want to call it? Fang Boys? Fang Bang?
Fang Bang.
We'll call so dumb. So the first
Suckerheads. With a Z.
So we're going to be playing every first Friday of the month. We'll be doing Fang Bang.
Yeah. Right.
It won't start until the 5th of April, but yeah, that's the thing that's going to happen.
All right. No, this is great. I'm excited. And that game looks super sweet too.
We'll sneak it. We'll sneak like an early version of it in. For just so we can kind of get a feel for it, because I played it a whole bunch.
Okay, I have yet to dive
into great.
It.
It's super fun.
It looks fantastic, and I have not heard, or I should say, I have not read anything or watched any reviews that were anything.
And there's a couple expansion stuff, like a couple drops in it that I've not played at all. So I'm very excited about it. Maybe we'll pick like a Friday before the 5th of April and sneak a game in and just like just a test game for a couple.
Yeah. I'm gonna have because the kids are gonna be off with my parents for like a week, so like I'm gonna have a definitely some time coming up in like after this next weekend of like a good chunk, like almost 2 weeks. So
you let me know what works for you, because
for sure I'll let you know.
A little bit more up in the air than mine. But yeah, Fang Bang's a thing now.
I'm down. I love it.
All right, cool. All right, hey everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you so much, everyone, for working on that working on those things. So we kill in. Hi.
Your sister just hurt you.
Yeah, she drew me as a bad guy in the.
She's drawing you as a bad guy, so she's hurting your feelings. May.
I draw you as a bad guy. I draw him as a bad guy in the future. I'm not a
in the future.
Guy.
Future bad guy.
The arguments I have to.
I'm not a bad guy.
You're not a bad guy.
You're not a bad guy.
Everyone's saying we love you. Hey, you're great. Take a breath. You're good.
Man, you can draw me as a bad guy if you want.
Yeah, Ben says draw him as a bad guy.
Yay.
All right. We'll see. We'll be back together on Tuesday. We'll see you then. It'll be fun.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, join us Tuesday, guys.
Bye.
Bye.